Roberto Martinez's agent has spoken exclusively to Celtic News today and addressed the growing speculation around the manager's job. We've also got a major transfer hint from a goalkeeper being linked with Parkhead, a fresh twist in the Araujo situation, a new midfield name emerging that has a very interesting connection to one of the manager candidates, and an update on a defender who could be heading out the door this summer. A lot happening today. Let's get into it. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Roberto Martinez's agent has spoken directly to Celtic News today and confirmed that no contact whatsoever has taken place between the Portugal head coach and Celtic regarding the vacant manager's position. Jesse De Preta, who represents Martinez, addressed the speculation head-on and was very clear about the situation, saying there was no direct contact at all. Martinez has been one of the names circulating among supporters for some time whenever the Celtic job comes up, and it is not hard to understand why. He has strong connections to Scotland from his playing days at Motherwell, his wife is Scottish, and he has a close relationship with Sean Maloney, who played under him at Wigan Athletic before the pair worked together again when Martinez was Belgian manager. All of that made him feel like a realistic and appealing candidate to a large portion of the support. But the reality, at least for now, is that Martinez is fully focused on leading Portugal into the World Cup. De Preta made clear that his client's attention is entirely on that challenge rather than any potential move into club management at this point. While he acknowledged the respect behind the links to Celtic, the agent shut the door on any involvement in the current recruitment process. For Celtic, this is another name that appears to have been cleared from the picture at this stage. The board will need to move soon. The transfer window is approaching, Champions League qualifiers will come around quickly, and the club needs a permanent appointment in place to drive the summer rebuild. Now for the main story, as Jari de Bussa has dropped a major hint about his future this summer, with the Belgian goalkeeper openly admitting he expects to take the next step in his career and that his club Go Ahead Eagles are fully aware of the situation. De Bussa is 26 years old and has just come off a brilliant season in the Netherlands, playing every single Eredivisie match and contributing throughout Go Ahead Eagles' Europa League campaign. That level of consistency has raised his profile significantly, and with just over a year left on his current deal, the conditions are in place for a transfer this summer. Speaking to Dutch outlet 6, De Bussa said, "The plan is for me to take the next step. I have said it before, and it is also being done in consultation with the club. They are aware of the situation, and we discussed it before this season. But, well, a club has to come forward first." Celtic have been linked with him in recent days as the club looks at long-term goalkeeping options following Kasper Schmeichel's retirement. Viliami Sinizalo stepped in during the run-in and performed well enough to help deliver the title and the Scottish Cup, but the club now faces a decision. Do they go into a Champions League qualifying campaign with Sinizalo as their undisputed number one, or do they bring in competition for the position? De Bussa's comments make it clear he is ready to leave if a club comes forward with the right offer. Celtic are on the list of clubs being monitored in connection with this move, and on paper his profile makes real sense. A reliable, experienced goalkeeper who has played at the highest level in European football, available for a reasonable fee, ready for the next step. The question is whether Celtic make their move. In other news, there is a fresh twist in the Julian Araujo situation as the race for the Mexican international's signature is beginning to heat up from an unexpected direction. Reports emerging from Mexico today confirm that Monterrey have now made contact with Araujo's representatives. The approach came through Monterrey's sporting director Denis Tecloese, with the club identifying the right-back as a potential addition ahead of next season. Journalist Gerardo Gonzalez of Vamos Azul broke the details with a separate report from Juan Football also noting that Cruz Azul have not yet made any move, leaving Monterrey as the only side currently pushing for a deal from Mexico. Araujo spent the second half of last season on loan at Celtic from Bournemouth, playing his part in the title run-in under Martin O'Neill. His pace and directness suited Scottish football well, and he made a real impression during his time at Parkhead, scoring a late winner at Rugby Park against Kilmarnock that showed exactly what he is capable of at his best. Now Celtic must decide whether they want to go back to Bournemouth and pursue a permanent deal before other options disappear. The Monterrey development adds genuine competition into the equation. Araujo has not hidden the fact that a return to Liga MX would appeal to him at some point, and with the World Cup coming up and his profile rising again, clubs in Mexico are going to make their moves. Celtic still have the advantage of being a club Araujo knows and clearly enjoyed his time at. Whether that is enough to win the race this summer remains to be seen. In other news, a new midfield name has emerged in connection with Celtic this evening, and there is an interesting thread running through this one that connects it to the ongoing manager search. Milan Vitalis, a 24-year-old Hungarian international, has reportedly attracted Celtic's attention after a superb season with ETO FC. He finished the campaign with 10 goals and 6 assists across 41 appearances as ETO won the Hungarian league title. Hungarian outlet Shark Foci claims Celtic are viewed as the most likely destination should Vitalis leave this summer. Vitalis himself has suggested a move could happen, hinting after the season that he felt his performances had put him in a position to take the next step in his career. He currently has 6 senior caps for Hungary and is part of the national squad for upcoming internationals. The interesting connection here is Robbie Keane. Keane managed Ferencváros in Hungary and has been among the names mentioned in relation to the Celtic manager vacancy. He would have had a direct, close-up view of Vitalis throughout that time. The article makes clear there is no suggestion Keane played any role in the link, but it is a connection that Celtic supporters are already picking up on. At 24, and coming off his most productive season, Vitalis ticks a lot of boxes on paper. A goal-scoring central midfielder with European experience is exactly what Celtic have been missing. Whether this develops into something more serious over the coming weeks will depend on the manager appointment and the direction of recruitment. Lastly, there is a transfer update today on defender Mike Narocki, with Celtic having set their asking price for the centre-back and German clubs continuing to circle. Narocki arrived from Legia Warsaw for a fee in excess of £4 million, but struggled to nail down a regular starting place at Parkhead, with injuries and competition for places making it difficult for him to build momentum. A loan move to Hannover 96 in Germany changed the picture. He became a key player in their push for promotion during the second half of the season and showed the kind of consistency that was rarely seen during his time in Glasgow. According to the Daily Record, Celtic have placed a valuation of around £3 million on the 25-year-old. That figure is currently proving difficult for Hanover to reach, but their interest in signing him permanently remains genuine. They are also believed to be exploring the possibility of another loan if a permanent deal cannot be agreed. Narocki himself spoke about the situation recently, saying, "Of course I would love to return, but it's not up to me now. I could come back here, stay at Celtic, or go somewhere else entirely. Right now, I am just so disappointed we didn't manage to win promotion for the fans because we were all convinced we would do it." That's all the latest Celtic news for today. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. I'll see you in the next one.